Hi guys, today I'm here with my April favorites video showing you everything that I loved throughout this month. I'm not gonna lie, it's a little bit trickier to put together favorites videos nowadays because I'm definitely wearing less makeup. I'm not experimenting as much. I'm not really buying anything. There's not a ton of PR coming in. So these are definitely some things that I have been reaching for that you may have seen in videos, or a couple of things that I might be using behind the scenes. So let's go. Oh, and if you're curious about this look, I did film it. So that will be linked down below, but let's go ahead and get started. So the first thing that I want to mention is kind of a lip combo. I think I mentioned a lip combo or just these in general in my last favorites video, or maybe the one before that. Days mean nothing anymore, but I've been wearing these in combination together and separately a lot, and I love them. These are the Bite Beauty Power, what are they calling these? So small. Power Move Creamy Matte Lip Crayons. I love these. As always with Bite. Oh, Emily's in the litter box. She gets like the post-poop jitters, like she rips out of there like every time. Anyways, this combination I have really been loving. So I've kind of been using the shade Hard Cider, almost like a lip liner, but I do love it completely on its own as well. I've got two different lip swatch videos of kind of the lighter shades and the deeper shades on IGTV that I will link to down below if you want to see them all on my lips. And then again, I love this all over the lips or in the center of Hard Cider, and this one is in Honey Crisp, and it's just like really bright, but not too bright or stark or pastel. It's got a little bit of depth in there. Bite Beauty, I think, makes some of the absolute most beautiful lip colors and lip formulas. I mean, this is what they're known for, but really, really pretty. It's actually not too dissimilar of a look to what I have right now on my lips. This is a, 3 different lip products, but yeah, I really, really love these lippies. That being said, I've been doing a lot of very simple to no makeup, but something that I have been wearing a lot and I really do enjoy is the NYX This Is Everything lip oil. They come in a couple of different shades. This one is in 001, which I think is like more or less clear, but it has a little bit of pink in it, and I find some lip oils can be just too oily and they slip around, or they don't last, or they don't actually they feel good when they're on your lips, but it doesn't actually feel like it's hydrating, and I really like this. I like it on its own. I like it over lipsticks. Let me pop it on now, actually. Why not? I just think it's really pretty. I'm just gonna put a little bit. Really pretty, adds a nice juicy look to the lips, and I never really hear anybody talking about them, but quite a delight. A product that I've talked about a lot and I really love is the Wet n Wild Photo Focus Rose 3-in-1 Primer Water. I've talked about this in many favorites videos, but Amboss, what are you doing? I think she's got glitter on her face. Look at her. Why does she look like, she looks like Colonel Sanders. That's what I'm talking about. Wow, my bad. I'm so distracted right now. But this is the Photo Focus Rose 3-in-1 Primer Water Prep, Set, and Refresh. I think that this is gorgeous. It is one of the best drugstore kind of spray products that I've ever used. It definitely is not mattifying, so if you have super oily skin and you're looking for something to matte everything down, this is not it. They do have a matte setting spray I'm not that familiar with, but I think that this does such a good job as a makeup prep item if you just kind of want to add a little bit of moisture to your face. And as a setting spray, I do feel like it helps with the vibrancy and longevity of my makeup, but it just really blends everything together, makes things look more seamless. It comes in, there's a freaking litter robot. This video is a mess. We have a litter robot. I included in a vlog that has not gone live from like January. But it's basically like this cement machine kind of thing. So like after they go to the bathroom, it then like spins and sifts out all the bits and then spins back and puts the clean stuff in, and you set like a timer, so we have it for 7 minutes after they leave. It'll do the spin cycle. So that's what it's doing now. Okay, let's move on from that spray because I tried to talk about it like 40 times. It's great. I love it. I've talked about it before. So moving on to a blush I've been loving. This is from Essence. I've had this for a very long time, but I think it still exists. Essence is tricky because it's very, very global and very different offerings in different places, but this is the Essence Blush Up Powder Blush in Heat Wave, and because I've been doing lighter makeup and not normally doing really anything on my eyes, I've really been liking having kind of like a bright, fresh cheek when I am wearing makeup, or if I'm doing, if you're doing like Skype calls and stuff, that looks really kind of fresh and impactful without looking overdone. It can still look quite natural. So I really love this. It is super bright, and I really like that it has kind of the split pan, so you'll see it's a little more orange over here and a little more kind of pinky coral, and you can kind of favor one of the sides, you can mix it together. I feel like it has pretty good lasting power as well, and it's just really nice, bright, matte, and pretty unique from the drugstore, and I love the clear packaging too. Let's talk about a product that I used to not like, that I think I threw out, and then I repurchased it because I wanted to give it another chance, and now I love it. And this is the ColourPop Super Shock Cheek, one of their pearlized, so meant to be a highlighter. This one is in the shade Wisp. They come in a ton of different shades. I know some of the textures have glitter in them. They're a little bit different. This one I have used with my fingers today, and I think it just, the texture is so unique. You definitely need to make sure you close the lids tightly on these. It's not bouncy, but it's kind of that Maybelline Dream Matte Mousse, but not actually, because that's probably not a great analogy because those were kind of a mess. It's just great, and they're the original, they're what ColourPop started on, and I think they've definitely moved away from it, and I think all of our minds have kind of moved away from it. But just in case you're placing a ColourPop order or anything, I really do love it. You can see it in action in the video that I filmed today, but it just really melts into the skin. It's really beautiful. At first when I put it on, I was like, is it like, in the pan it almost looks cool tone taupey, and then when I put it on my face I was like, this looks really light, kind of champagne, but I think the end product is really, really gorgeous. Moving into skincare, I wanted to mention the Olay Retinol 24 Night Moisturizer. I've talked about this before in my skincare 101 video, so if you have questions about skincare, like how to layer, how long to wait in between skincare layers, what's an AHA, what's a retinol, all that kind of stuff, I go over a lot of the kind of basic questions that I get all the time, so I will link that down below. I feel like it is very helpful, maybe tooting my own horn, but I did want to mention this. I just actually finished up my first of these, and I am partnered with them. That was how I originally got introduced to it, actually kind of slightly before it launched in Canada back in December. I've been using it since then, and if you remember in December I had a lot of very, very bad breakouts. I don't know if it was stress or what happened, but my hormonal acne was like, hey, I'm back, and it kind of worked out because on the one hand, obviously I'd rather not have a bunch of cystic acne, but at the same time I did just start testing out this retinol, and I wanted to see what it could do for my acne scarring. And if you've seen my post on Instagram or that video, you would have seen kind of the before and after, and I really, really feel like this helped move my acne scarring along and without irritation. I know with retinol, the big thing is you don't want your skin to peel, you don't want, you know, that whole in-between period. I mean, now is kind of the time to try because you don't have to leave the house. But this is fragrance free. It has niacinamide or vitamin B in there, which is very hydrating, which helps to kind of eliminate or mitigate any kind of irritation factor. So it is still good for any skin type, including sensitive. I use this with, you know, my favorite serums. There's a serum and a moisturizer in the line, so you can kind of use either. I've been using the eye cream, and I feel like although like I'm kind of having breakouts right now, my skin is again all over the place, I feel like my actual skin looks smoother, looks glowier if you just kind of like look past the breakouts that I'm having right now, because those are going to happen. But I've been really, really impressed with this, and I feel like it's a good retinol to try if you've been scared of it. But I will link that video down below if you'd like some more information. Speaking of my skin misbehaving, I ended up repurchasing this mask. I talked about it in a favorite masks for oily skin, I think it was. I will link that down below, and realized it had expired, so I picked up another one. This is the Health and Beauty Aztec Secret Indian Healing Clay, the world's most powerful facial deep pore cleansing 100% natural calcium bentonite clay. So this is actually my most popular video of all time, and it's funny because it's a video that I never even really intended to upload. It was so casual. It just goes to show you never know, and I still get comments like it's my top performing video every single month. It's crazy. But the thing about this mask is it's gigantic. Now it is a lot more popular than when I had purchased it, so you can get it for cheaper. I'm not sure about in Canada. I purchased this on Amazon. I think it was like $10 or $14, and you get so much in here. You can split this with like 4 friends. I think in some places you can find it for like $5. It depends on the currency and whatnot. I mix it with apple cider vinegar. I've got the whole video. I'll link it down below. But I feel like this does a good job. If you have really sensitive skin, this may not be the move for you. But if you have acne prone skin, combo skin, you're looking for kind of an intense treatment, I feel like this really does help to kind of clear things up. So I've been using this more often than not. It does kind of stop me from using it because I do need to mix it together myself, and I'm a little lazy and impatient at times. But I do feel like I see really good results from this. And Nems and I were looking up the other day. I'm in an article right next to like Kathleen Lights, and it says, what made this mask like so popular? And it's like YouTuber Samantha Jane, who has a modest, I think it was like 22,000 subscribers at the time, did a video on it. And then 3 days later, Kathleen Lights, who had like, I don't know, 2 or 3 million subscribers, did a video on it. And we just happened to upload at the same time, kind of before it got really popular and Mindy Kaling started talking about it. So I think that's why my video kind of shot off, which was pretty cool to see. So anyways, yeah, but I do still really like this mask, but just be careful. There is a expiry date on it. So I actually do truly recommend splitting this up with a couple friends, because it might be hard to get through, but you can put this on your body and you can put it in your hair. So if you'd like me to try it on my hair, let me know. Because I am staying home, I can no longer get my eyebrows threaded, which is very upsetting. I let my eyebrows grow for like 3 weeks and then was like, I should probably do something about them. And I tweeze in between anyways, and because I've been getting my eyebrows threaded, they do look better even without threading, even with growing out. But God, do I miss threading. But I did just want to mention, I think this is pretty common, but I have a lot of tweezers. I did a lot of decluttering in that recent declutter video, which I will link to down below, and I tried all my different tweezers, and the only ones that I liked, I've got 2 sets of Tweezerman, and they're just the best. I think that they're really, really popular for a reason. There could easily be good other ones out there, but I find these to be readily available. They're a little bit more expensive than like maybe anything you get at the dollar store, obviously, but I feel like the other ones I was like, I couldn't even get the hair, and this made a world of difference. So yeah, I mean, they're obviously the most popular one, but I think they are for a reason. And last, I want to mention, I always get questions about teeth whitening, and I used Crest White Strips years ago, but I do not use them actively. I don't know if it's genetics or my skin color or what it is, but my teeth look very, very white, which is great. But I always get that question, so I just wanted to put that out there that I'm not doing anything really actively. But I have been using this toothpaste lately, and I wanted to mention it. It is the Colgate Optic White Renewal. Removes 10 years of yellow stains, and I don't know, like, I already had pretty white teeth to begin with, but it has 3% hydrogen peroxide, and I feel like this is quite an intense toothpaste, and I feel like it's doing a little bit of something, but also just the like flavor of it, it gives me such a more, I don't know if this is gross, I have like a thing about like teeth brushing and retainers and flossing, and like it just, I can't handle it. So even talking about it, I'm feeling a little ugh. But it gives me a really clean mouthfeel, more than like whatever one I was using. I don't even know. It was like we bought it in a Costco pack, like 4 gigantic toothpaste. But I definitely will be, I think, switching over to kind of a more intense toothpaste than what I had been using before. Before I was just kind of using whatever was around and available. I was not picky. But yeah, I definitely have been enjoying this. So that is everything that I loved this month. Sorry for the bumpy start, you know, that's how things go nowadays. But if you'd like to connect with me, you can find me on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook at SamanthaJaneYT, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!